Alright, welcome back folks to another Discord League cup match. This is Season 5. We've got Jokingly versus SlyNight. Crab versus Crane. Looks like Jokingly has lost the die roll, so he'll be going first. Jokingly was a quarter finalist, made top 4 in Season 4, so trying to repeat another strong performance, trying to make that invitational. And so we'll see if he'll be able to defeat this Crane player. We do see him flop a really awkward flop here. Mia Satoshi is not that great against Crane, and with this start he doesn't threaten Wave the Crab without a conflict character. We see Cautious Scout come out from the Crane player here. Cautious Scout also not as good against Crab. It's fine, obviously, to get scouting off, but it is not as good as, say, against Dragon. Looks like SlyNight is playing Crane, Dragon, 3 Let Go, 2 Fury. He has 2 Noble Sack. He's actually playing Test of Skill, so he has no attachments at all. So Karada District is a full 0 in this matchup. And let's see. 2 Noble Sacks are very good. He's got 1 Censure, 2 Admit Defeat. So yeah, this should be interesting. And then Jokingly is still playing his Lion Splash. He's playing 3 Crones and 3 Ready for Battles. He's just completely cut out the eventual Oathkeepers. Probably a smart decision. Alright, I'm going to grab Strewman as co-caster because I don't like talking to myself.
Hi everyone.
Hey, what's up?
Happy to be joining. Yeah, it looks like I think it looks like a strong start for Crane here for sure.
Yeah, especially with the way of the Crane being able to buff both his characters. We do see a Watch Commander come down from Jokingly. Attack hero, defend the wall. So the text is blank, so even if Jokingly does win this, he won't be able to resolve defend the wall. Currently, he can win by using his box, but Crane is winning at the moment.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised that, I mean, it makes sense, Crane, I mean, Crab, defend, but Satoshi into some keepers and winning an Earth Ring, I think would have been...
Well, he could have a mountain here.
Risky, yeah. He could have a mountain.
Yeah, right, so if you have mountain here, then so he leads with debate to try and force his opponent to counter that, because he'll just take the counter. And then he'll play mountain. I'm assuming, does Sly have a second counter?
True, makes sense, yeah. A little stronger second player, but definitely still getting 2 attacks with a puffed up Satoshi's.
Yeah, Jokingly is on 3 mountain this time. He was on 1 before, but he doesn't look like he has it. He could have a skirmisher here. Yep,
skirmisher would be good, for sure.
Yeah,
I guess there's lots of ways to get those.
Passes his conflict opportunity though. Quite unfortunate. Although SlyNight has no way to buff. He's not playing any attachments. He's playing Test of Skill, so he's playing 33 events. So SlyNight actually doesn't have a way to buff political other than playing a character. He has 3 stewards and a harrier he could play to force a breakthrough. But we could see a scout here. He might try and go in, try and find Shameful Display.
Yeah, sorry, I'm being a little quiet because I should actually watch the game and not the stream. I realized I was.
Oh yeah. Let me message you. Let me message you the password.
Thank you.
Hey, what's up, Kratos? Hey, what's up, Phoenix? His Fertile Field's really strong for Jokingly here. Gonna grab that card, and then does SlyNight have the character to threaten a break? He doesn't, so he just... Oh wow, Jokingly discards Reappear random. Really awkward. you know, the more of these strong. Hey, what's up, Joe? More of these strong attachments that get discarded, the let goes become less taxed, and then the targets for them become a lot more clear. That's reasonable, Joe.
Yeah, definitely. And since Repleave would be probably the premier target along with Watch Commander, although I'm not sure Crane worries about as much about Watch.
No, you definitely worry, especially in this deck where you're
Oh, it's event. Yeah.
Yeah. And so we see a young Harrier come now with 1 fate to take favor actually. Yeah, there's nothing you can pre-play with 33 events, right? Like, you're just, I'm gonna be playing stuff in the conflict. So jokingly actually pitches the mine because he needs, you know, diversity in his slots. Interesting that he keeps intimidating Hida.
It's good stats for the money, right? It's your
Sure. I thought maybe you would pitch the intimidating Hida. I guess if you keep a holding, there's a high chance of getting like keeper holding like 1-drop. So that's obviously not what you want. Maybe you're just supposed to pitch both.
Yeah, that's a possibility. And Crane was really believing in the power of the Yoshi, the Harrier. I mean, I guess having the favor has other benefits.
Yeah. Just like favor's one of those things that kind of snowballs, where once you have favor, you are now in a better position to keep favor, right? Because you have an extra stat. You know, bow effects aren't as good, stuff like that.
Yeah, this is a third character. Is the like -3 fated turn on the upkeep phase. Just kind of exacerbates, although it's pretty early, Crab's sort of natural economic advantage over the long game. But
that's true. The jokingly didn't use Mia Satoshi last turn.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Maybe he forgot, or maybe he didn't want to. I'm not sure.
Wow.
I thought so. Like, imagine if after Young Harry gets played, he uses Mia Satoshi and flips Palace. How dope is that, right? Yeah. Then your opponent just spent 2 fate to try and win favor, and you just are like, nope, it's mine.
Yeah, that would have been a good play. He already has one decent rebuild target, but I think he'd want more and keepers, etc. Probably just something you forget if you don't.
Or even if I found Karana District, I'd just be able to mulligan it then because I know my opponent has 0 attachments. I'd just get it out of there.
Yeah.
So let's see. So jokingly has notoriously bid low. I wonder what he'll bid here. Oh, okay. They both bid 2 actually. So SlyNight also is just like, look, I'm done with cards. I don't need any more.
So did he? I think jokingly didn't get the passing fate and also didn't use Satoshi again.
Yeah, that would be correct, right? We see a Brash Samurai pass.
That's interesting too that you don't use the
maybe he just doesn't want to use it. Maybe he's gun shy from the match when you played against me.
Yeah, we've been burned. So I think that's when you just take it out of the deck, though, if you're not going to use it. It's a decent 2/4, but you could probably find something better for the slot. Let's see. Oh, Cautious Scout doing work on. You might as well scout, I guess, even though he doesn't have to uncover Furies or anything, or turn off Furies.
Well, jokingly has oh, you're talking about the attack. Yeah,
yeah, the attack. I mean,
for Furies, jokingly has ready for battle, so that's always sick.
Right, but I just mean in terms of uncovering provinces, it's just an info-only thing, I guess.
Well, I mean, Joe, you just haven't used it at all, so like I would consider using it 0 times, not trigger happy. Runs in a Shameful here with the Cautious Scout. Cautious Scout doing its job. I wonder if we'll see a block from Satoshi into maybe another debate. See the block by Defender to play around to mint defeat. See another Watch Commander.
Second Watch Commander. Is he on 2 or 3? I haven't checked the list.
3, I believe.
3, okay, so he's only on the Watch
Yeah,
Commander.
3.
Talk about a card I'm gun shy about now. Watch Commander.
Yeah.
That's only when the other guy takes it.
And so yeah, he just gets the scout off, and he's like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, so I guess he was hoping on the meditations. I mean, you knew Shameful was out there, so you're kind of 50-50. Oh, it's blank, right? Of course, duh.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. So. Which is good.
Probably gonna see a pass on the attack here. I can't imagine he wants to attack. he could
Yeah.
if he hasn't played a yeah, he passes. I was like, if he hasn't played a conflict character, I can't imagine him wanting to declare an attack.
I mean, it'll just be like Secret Fate and probably Manicured Fate for your opponent, and I mean, you're giving up a lot of possibly Ring Fate, I guess, because he goes back to. Oh no, he's first.
He's gonna get first, so he'll get 2 Fate off of a ring.
He'll get 2 off something, yeah. And since it won't be Cautious Scout, I guess you'll get Trigger, although... Yeah, even with Meditations, I'm sure he wants to attack with that Brass Samurai? Maybe not.
He could attack Brass Samurai into nah, yeah, I don't know, that's rough.
He could take the other 2 into...
Meditations?
Meditations.
Oh, this works. You just rival past.
Yeah. You could just do that, too. Go right around him.
Probably break defend the wall here.
It's quite a wide board for Crane to not be breaking. Like,
I guess he could break Shameful here.
Yeah, I think he probably gonna. I mean, I would imagine he gets break this turn, but that many characters, you got to be doing a lot.
Conflict character doesn't help him here. The only conflict character you can play is Ageless Crone, which will get boxed, and then you can't play Ready for Battle.
Satoshi rebuild favorable ground.
That'd be pretty sweet. That would be like the absolute next level.
Yeah. He just foresaw this play, and he was waiting on his Satoshi triggers, so not to reveal with a favorable ground in the. Oh, he's doing it. Does he have a rebuild? He got the favorable ground.
He did get the favorable ground. He hit Karada District.
It stops the break, right?
No, it doesn't. He's got political favor.
Oh, it does say favor, sorry.
Alright, we're gonna see. We saw Keeper also. Are we gonna see this rebuild? That would be dope.
I mean, pretty good chance they might get voiced too, but still.
Well, I mean, one's already been played, and they both have drawn low, so instead of the usual, right, so he would have drawn an extra 3 cards.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, I think you attack here, right? So you get the fate and then the 2 fate type situation, and who knows? You still have a 5 strength Satoshi.
Well, if you run into a Shameful Display here, it's just horrific. So it's
yeah.
We saw the Noble Sack.
Ouch.
Noble Sack with the Scout. You know he does have 2 Noble Sacks. SlyNight has 2 Noble Sacks. So maybe you're supposed to play You're supposed to keep your Iron Mine in this always against this board.
Exactly, yeah. Or I guess he really didn't have a. I mean, I'm sure jokingly was aware of that was a possibility, so I'm sure he didn't have the rebuild, right? Because the Iron Mine is already
the rebuild or the reprieve. Yeah, I mean, if he had the rebuild, he just rebuilds the favorable ground.
Right, or looking ahead even farther.
Well, if you rebuild the favorable ground, you'll win the conflict, right? You'll honor your
Satoshi. True, then you wouldn't get the fire. Yep. Now into Meditations, which again
awkward.
Doesn't have rebuild or reprieve, or maybe as the reprieve and didn't pre-play it, but.
We see a court games come out. Does jokingly have his own court games here? He's gotta have something, right? He's got 7 cards in his hand. Alright, so we do see a counter court games.
If there is no reprieve, then things have swung looking pretty bad for Crab, unfortunately.
Yeah, he just lost. Well, he just lost what 6, 7 fate on his Borderlands defender.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Well, Lion Splash doing some work. Oh,
well, we saw the second voice come out to cancel Ready for Battle. Does jokingly have a second Ready for Battle?
Clearly, Sly is not afraid of watching that. I think that's the second, maybe third card he's played.
The thing is, at this point in the game, you're so far ahead on board
Oh, absolutely.
that
Yeah,
like if that Borderlands defender was there, maybe you're a little less gung ho about doing so. But with with the board the way it is, you're gonna maintain favor if you flip a Yoshi.
yeah, you can just. I mean, your rival could break almost one every turn with the favor, so do it on board. Oh, okay, it does have the reprieve. That'll.
He just didn't pre-play it.
Yeah.
It's tough also, right? If you reprieve the Borderlands defender, then Satoshi gets sacked. Because
Yes,
your opponent has
Yeah.
first player, so being first player, they get to pick the dishonor, and then they also get first action. So it's just like it doesn't actually matter. I mean, you would probably just reprieve the Borderlands defender for economy reasons.
Right. Yeah, it's both a value sack for sure, no matter what. Yeah, he really is the Iron Mine that he really needed to
Yeah,
on.
and so we see him flip Palace now, but on the Broken Province, while Crane flips it. While Crane flips it, also see a Satoshi dupe, so that's always good. Probably gonna see Casada here.
I think so. I mean, that means he can't attack Meditations, or at least not without some cost. But maybe he's not in attack mode right now anyway.
We see SlyNight play Hotaru 2 Fate, and now he's gonna get Passing Fate if we see. Yep. So Hotaru 2 Fate gets Passing Fate, and then also she can go break, defend the wall with a rival escort if she wants, and get a double ring, maybe double void.
Double void, I think, would be the way to go. I mean, 2 Fate is pretty juicy on rings, but
both players bid 2 again. I mean, you could double void, you could double earth. Like if Jokingly doesn't go earth, you can double earth is very strong. When the hands are 7 and 8 cards, you go to 10 and they go to 5.
I agree. Yeah. I think Jokingly like a crone would be nice. I mean, the hand size has gotten small, but just something to.
Well, he's gonna get 2 Fate here.
Right?
He's gonna get 2 Fate here, right? So probably gonna go for water just to force the Brass Samurai to block. The thing is, the Brass Samurai is gonna block anyway. So he can test air actually. We see Fertile Fields underneath here. Fertile Fields, being very strong for both players here when the bids have been so low.
Steve Favor's still political. Yeah. So, I mean, Bonsai is about the only thing that's gonna win this conflict with no counter for if Crane doesn't have a. I mean, if Crab doesn't have a counter for Crane. Mostly just stopping the block, and I guess he turns Voice of Honor back on if you happen to find the third one.
So cancels Fertile Fields, and then he uses Brass Samurai's action. We see Test of Skill show up. Says event, sees rival debate court games, so he takes debate court games. That's a really strong. That's a strong test of skill right there. I would pass if I was the Crane player here. I don't see a reason why you need to defend against an air ring. You're gonna gain your honor back with the Brass Samurai leaving play.
Yeah, definitely, and no block. I mean, the only upside I think to defending, I don't think he has much choice but to lose this one. But turning off Casada.
Well, he can bonsai if he wants. He'll go to 8.
Yeah. But you're really betting against the Crab having nothing to help get that extra 1.
Sure, but like it just forces more cards, right? You're up on cards in this situation, and you're gonna you have a stronger board, so it's a potential. The potential is there.
It's a good trade, yeah.
probably gonna, we're gonna see a rival Hotaru attack here on water, maybe, or not water. Probably void or earth. Could even do fire if he has the second noble sack actually, right? So you do political fire,
Yeah,
political
honor
fire.
Hotaru,
You honor Hotaru, dishonor Satoshi.
or dishonor Kasada.
Sure, yeah, dishonor Kasada. Either one.
That would be those would be the worst noble sacks I've seen.
Yeah, and then you just give him the sack.
Sorry, Kasada. Getting the hook. Yeah, I was wondering if this policy debate was going to come up. It's awfully close. Not your traditional one-sided policy debate, but
3-2. I wonder what the bids are gonna be. I think jokingly will bid low. Not everyone has the fervor of dueling that I do, where they just wanna throw their honor out the window.
yeah, it's just you just undo all your watch commander work if you bid too high and they bid 1.
Yeah, but how are you gonna win this game otherwise? Is my question.
It's true. It's true.
Are you really dishonoring them from 8?
Crabs really like their dishonor game. We tell ourselves it's alternate win condition for us. Not really. Oh no, he went big. It wasn't the Mind's Desire School of Political Dueling.
No, he didn't go big. Going big would bid 5.
Oh, he went bigger. Yeah, 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 1. I just looked at the.
No. So he jokingly bid 3, and then Sly bid. So both players bid if the other person had bid 1.
Yeah. No, because Sly was a.
Oh, sure. So Sly went to the next level, and if jokingly bid 2, he would have won. Yeah. So jokingly needed to super next level and bid 4.
And us casters just curse because we don't get to see any hands.
And then the other reason that I would have bid higher is you're winning the earring. So say you bid 5-1, you can then resolve the earring to gain 2 again.
Grab 2, yeah.
And then so it's still a safe play. Then you get to see what's in store for you the rest of this turn, and you can potentially try and piece together a defense.
So the defender does end up winning. I guess he.
So we saw the bonsai, and then we saw a katana.
Yeah, and then katana. So I guess he was checking to see if that bonsai was worth playing or not before he did it. There's a lot of action over the air ring, like you say. It's be 7-8.
Yeah, I would have just you're not breaking palace? Cool, have this air ring. I don't care. So we can see political water just get the fate. So you could political water with just the rival, and go after defend the wall. You'd be breaking with political favor, and then if you win, you stand your best samurai again. It obviously is not as strong as sending in Hotaru, but maybe you want to get the fate as opposed to going for a double resolve of a ring.
I agree with you. I think that would be this stronger play. Just not only your 2 fate, it's denying 2 fate, and we're kind of in a low fate-ish situation.
Yeah, and then next turn you get first player with a rival and a Hotaru, and then you can go for a big play with a double ring on going first.
Yeah, I mean, double voiding Kasada's very appealing, but a 4 fate swing is also pretty appealing.
Oh, we're gonna see Hotaru go in first. We know that SlyNight has a court games. The problem is if you don't covert Satoshi, you're gonna bleed a lot of honor this conflict.
Right, and a good chance of not breaking.
So you could do. There's 2 options. There's 2 options, right? So you could covert Satoshi and just get the double ring of your choice, and break whatever province you want. Most likely, defend the wall or fertile fields. And then you take the on the crack back. So you would do double. You do earth then. So if you're in a political, you then give up fire or void, but you get double Earth. So I'm not sure what's actually better. It looks like he's gonna go with the play that I first suggested, is just coverting Satoshi and going for the break on defend the wall with the rival.
Yeah, for sure. I think that seems solid.
He's going fire here. Cool. This also could be a noble sack play.
Oh wow. Oof.
I mean, every time a crane goes for fire, like he's going for fire, he's going for fire instead of water with 2 fate on it. So this just screams noble sack to me.
Yeah.
So we see a crone show up. The problem is the crone's just gonna get crane boxed here, and if Jokingly wants to play ready for battle, it costs him a fate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, and you're not worried about the honor loss or anything at this point.
All right, does crane remember to use box? That's the real question. Oh, he wastes the court games. Yeah. He remembers Casada,
Oh.
but then a fan shows up.
Wow. So he did remember Casada, but yeah, they gave him the time to throw the fan on.
The court games is expensive too. It costs him a fate. Maybe you're just not supposed to play anything.
Well, it's a really good play because you can't.
This is a lot of cards to defend this.
Yeah, why not just he could use his own box and oh no,
No, it's favor.
Yeah.
He's just too scared of he's so scared of noble sack right now.
Makes sense. I mean, dishonoring Hataru is fairly valuable, right?
That's fair.
Off the end of the wall.
And we did see the court games get spent.
And then she has no, like, she can't threaten military at all.
That's correct. I mean, you can just play bonsai.
You can play bonsai. That's true.
But we're gonna see political water here.
Yeah. But she played it. I don't know if there's a second bonsai in hand, but he played it with the last conflict. So I don't know how many he's played.
That's fair. Yeah, he's played 1.
Plus, you can, if you go water, you can stand Casada back. So that's a hell of a super bonsai.
I mean,
Toro would have to pull off.
Joe, I think it's both, right? If you're aware of noble sack, you should be afraid of it because noble sack is terrifying. So I think
binary in this matchup. If you get the Iron Mine out, it's not at all. And then, but if you don't have it, yes, it becomes super terrifying.
So you see Jokingly going after the palace again, even though I guess it's just a safe attack, right? So
yeah, it's been used. Although this is the one he can't break. He could break other provinces, but I think he's trying to catch up as opposed to break right now.
That was a really big conflict win for Jokingly. You know, we saw SlyNight take it a little bit safe, and it kind of backfired.
Definitely,
Oh, he plays another crone.
Another crone. Wow.
And
okay,
now
got it.
Well, so SlyNight still hasn't won a conflict, so to box he has to first burn an action on Casada, and he can't because all events cost 1 right now,
Yeah,
minimum of 1. So we might actually see a break here on the palace, and that'll lead to Jokingly winning favor. And then I'm assuming Yoshi will show up immediately afterwards.
Wow, so he had a really nice set of conflict cards for this turn.
Yeah, he's down to 2 cards in hand
though. He has
though.
a reprieve for that super crone. Then that would
Well, if he has a rebuild or a reprieve, the super crone will hang around. So SlyNight passes, and we're gonna see a break here. You know, Jokingly might bring this one back.
Yeah, it's been.
So he's gonna
really nice
stand his Casada probably. That doesn't matter. Oh, it does matter. Yeah, SlyNight has a conflict left. Okay.
Yeah, it's military.
So Casada here will just look at Hotaru and just say, "Don't attack! Don't attack me! You don't want any of this." This is where you need. If he attacks, this is where you need Fallen in battle.
Yeah, and he got the palace, which prevents him keeping the favor because Hotaru standing plus the palace.
Yeah,
the favor.
We see Jokingly take political favor. Super Crone leaves. He should pitch Karada District. SlyNight has 0 attachments.
100%.
Yep, and he does. Oh, okay, Dan. So you're rooting for Lion by association. We see a Kasada dupe, we see a Vanguard Warrior, and a Caillou Envoy. This is a perfect
Wow.
flop for Jokingly here. This is definitely what he wants. You know, a holding instead of this this Guardian would have been better.
Yeah.
But,
Yes, and ironically, the Guardian came.
well,
with
he could wave the crab here. I would wave the crab any of these targets.
for sure, because you get because the way of or court games will get that Hataru scary
Yeah.
again.
I don't think you're gonna get passing fate anyway, so we'll see. We'll see what happens when he wants to do it. Yeah, so here's the passing fate. I would fire it off now if I had it. I would just get the savvy politician.
He is down to 2 cards.
Sure, but he hasn't had a target to sacrifice with Way of the Crab yet.
Yeah.
So he Satoshis
Satoshi
to 1 card.
to 1 card.
I mean, so that should have been known actually though. So Jokingly had already used 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, Jokingly only had 1 other Imperial card in his deck.
But still, he went through more than half for sure, which isn't unreasonable. I mean, he can survive the 5, and he gets all his keepers if he can win a
He doesn't play the Vanguard Warrior. Interesting enough.
charge, maybe?
Yeah, I guess I can see that. Both players bid 1. Yeah, Jokingly has to bid 1 now because he's that.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's definitely going to have to, I mean, 100% have to win that Earth Ring this turn, so...
Look, Luke. I don't need Phoenix Fox to stop. I definitely need him to just keep throwing cents at me. All right. I need these pennies.
So should Crane just try to do a political rival Hataru political attack to deny the Earth Ring?
That's dangerous if you lose.
It is dangerous if you lose, but you can't stop like the military swing back for Earth.
That's true.
Go through.
Maybe you just don't care about Earth and you just do political void.
But if you could get those keepers before they cycle, like if the keepers all get shuffled back in.
Yeah, alright, maybe that's what we're gonna see here then. If Jokingly has a rebuild for favorable ground, that would be ideal.
Of course, if he charges this Vanguard Warrior, then it will force the shuffle.
Man, Crane's conflict draw has been really insane. 20 cards. They saw they see the second wave of the Crane here.
Wow.
Really strong. Yeah, political. No, he's not contesting. He's contesting fire. Oh, this is the Noble Sack play. Right now that the Seve politician is honored. Yeah, he keeps going back to this well. He definitely has Noble Sack.
Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, the Heated Guardian. No, oh boy.
Oh, you could if you have Wave the Crab here, you could Wave the Crab and then get the Brash Samurai. Because if he has Noble Sack, I guess you just honored the rival then. Never mind.
Well, the politician is already right.
Oh yeah. Baronfell points out that breaking the province prevents the keepers actually, because he'll discard the Vanguard Warrior and then it'll cycle.
Yeah.
That's actually why he didn't play the Vanguard Warrior. He
didn't want to shuffle.
He don't want to shuffle. So here comes the big defense. A rebuild actually will put a card in his deck.
Yeah. Yep.
So if he has a rebuild, he can rebuild favorable ground, and it will put one of the cards into his deck. And so if the province breaks, he will. Oh no, the favorable ground will put that card back in. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of cute ways for him not to deck.
And he's been begging for a rebuild for a while now, so I don't know if it's 1 card he drew was the.
I think jokingly Jokingly's just decided that he can't defend this.
Yeah, it is definitely a huge investment by Crane. So I mean, you're going to get off maybe 2 breaks if you don't defend.
No, Kasada's going to get Noble Sacked.
If Kasada.
We're thinking he's going to get Noble Sacked.
Yeah, you're right. It's a very high percentage chance. Otherwise.
Oh, I wonder if he's just going to defend with Kasada then because he knows it's going to get Noble Sacked.
Because you'd be a huge investment to just honor your Hotaru.
Yeah, he just defends with Kasada. He's like, whatever. If I'm going to get Noble Sacked here, take him. Now, does he just... Yeah, he does. SlyNight makes the right choice and discards the face-down card. Now... Or, I mean, the face-up card, and now we see... So, It was definitely a calculated risk by Jokingly. You know, he literally only had one other Satoshi left in his entire deck. But the thing is, he had face down cards also, so it's awkward. Yeah. So
yes.
Dishonor
Definitely
Satoshi, Dishonor Quesada. We're gonna see Noble Stack here. Absolutely. I'm waiting for the Savvy Politician to leave the board.
Yeah, this has definitely been the strongest use of Noble Sack I've seen. I've seen some pretty devastating Noble Sacks, but these are two very bad ones.
Yeah, I guess you can Noble Stack Satoshi here.
Well, that's not as valuable, is it? I mean,
It's not, but I mean, it is on this turn.
that's fair. Yeah.
Like on this turn, it takes away Crab's realistic attack. Like then you have Brass Samurai defending against, you know, a bunch of weenies.
Weenies, yeah. Yep. Or if they decide to attack you, they're risking the Brash Samurai break on something. It's good to have choices, I guess, this Crane.
Yeah.
But your high Noble Sacks. So that was a double fire, and he chose to dishonor both, huh? Huh. As opposed to honoring Sataru.
There it is. Yep. So Jokingly's down to 2 honor now because of Quesada leaving. Now the Earth Ring is not appetizing. The Void Ring here is really what you want. So maybe you send Crone Satoshi in on Political. Political Void, probably, to Void Hotaru. We're gonna see a poke attack here, poke Earth. Interesting. Oh, Matrim has joined the fray with a 100 bits donation. Thank you for the $1, Matrim. I may sound sarcastic, but I really do appreciate any amount of support that I get for streaming. You know, I do this almost strictly for fun, and you know, any support I receive is awesome. This is actually, I'm pretty sure it's the other way around. Yeah, the Noble Sack, like Noble Sack is the way that Crane gets a huge tempo advantage. Handsome Dan, I am definitely not like on the level of a real streamer. Like, the amount of revenue I've made over the past 3 months of streaming is very paltry. You could have made like 10 times that amount of money working minimum wage at McDonald's. I've had a lot more fun though, so I'll say that. Well, Reprieve can be played around Phoenix Fox. It's mostly the Iron Mine that's the issue. You just leave an Iron Mine face up the whole game. So we see a Fury and an Emit defeat to come through. Yeah, Dan. Playing L5R with Drake. Yep, that's it, right? Like, this game is definitely as big as Fortnite.
Okay, hopefully I'm back.
Yep. Welcome back.
Great. Thank you. Okay. Did I miss any more noble sacks?
No. Both. If we see another noble sack, we're also gonna see me noble sack SlyNight. Yeah, 22 viewers. What's Fortnite get? Like 15? Yeah, the entire game of Fortnite, 15. Bam. So here comes the void attack now. Runs into Shameful. What SlyNight could do is he could re-honor Satoshi and dishonor the crone and put jokingly to 1.
1, yeah.
It's probably not worth it, but he could. Who would I sacrifice to Noble Sack, Dan? I would sacrifice Throughman, because he's my co-caster and he's honored.
And extremely honorable.
Yeah, he's very honorable, so I would have to sacrifice him. It's for the great. It's a noble sacrifice, so he would understand. He needs to avoid Hotaru Phoenix Ox. Like, you just can't defend. You can't defend against it. You're gonna get first player and you can go air.
Yeah, absolutely. And he left the Heated Guardian standing for favor, which was very smart. Oh well.
See assassination on that Heated Guardian.
Oh, it cost 1 and 3 honor.
Yeah, so SlyNight is gonna go down to 3 honor now. We're gonna see Hotaru get voided, and we have a Watch Commander on the field. Caillou Envoy is going to have give jokingly 1 more fate and 1 more honor or 1 more card, so he'll be up to 7 fate. His entire deck is reshuffled, so he might actually have a good chance now, depending on what the Crane player flops.
Yeah, it's been a really interesting game. I mean, those huge noble sack plays, but I mean, jokingly's still not in a terrible spot. He
isn't a terrible
advantage.
He isn't in a terrible spot, but he's less. You know, he's in less of a bad spot than he previously was.
True. I mean, he has a better board, he has more fate, and it's 2 honor to 3 honor. So, I don't know.
So we see Guest of Honor, Challenger, and Nourishma. We're gonna see it. We need to see an air attack here. We see Crisis. We're gonna see jokingly buy out his board, I assume.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's even he's got Suzuki card draw, etc.
And he can attack Meditations with his Satoshi, but actually the other problem is his Manicure Garden. He can just attack Manicure Garden with more than 1 character because he needs to, and with the Watch Commander he'll be able to win air.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he could go Yusuke no fate just to be able to use something with the pyre. I guess, I mean, he can put Satoshi to the pyre, I suppose. You're gonna lose him anyway if you don't have a reprieve or something. And what is Crane? They got a turn 2 challenger. I mean, a second player challenger is not as strong.
So we see Guest show up. Watch Commander is doing its best Guest impersonation here and saying you can't play cards.
Yeah. When your opponent only has 4, I mean, I guess they will go up to 6 or 7 this turn, but Guest is not as impactful.
And then there's the Yusuke. Now, jokingly, hopefully we'll remember to use it. Sorry, dude. I love you, but it was painful. It was painful. We were just like in the cast. We're like, please use it, man. We want you to use it.
I saw the chat afterwards. All caps.
Yeah. The worst was the one time you didn't use it, and then your opponent Satoshi'd in the middle of the conflict and put the palace into play. And we're like, oh, he can use it now.
So, I guess you steal if you win the air. as
Yeah,
opposed to take two.
absolutely
I mean,
steal.
it's the safer play to take two. But yeah, I guess you have a real win condition with that because you still have 2 breaks to go.
You can actually gain 2 if you want, because then you'll go down to 3. Because your opponent's gonna gain 1 is the problem.
Yeah, I think I might actually take 2 just to like go into safer territory because yeah, trying to dishonor Crane with Rush Samurais and ways of. And
We're gonna see a military attack here from the Crisis Breaker, just because it's kind of a free attack. First player military attack with Crisis Breaker is essentially free.
Yeah, watch Crane. I was thinking what else he was going to send because you want to make sure you win, like no question. So. Oh, all 3. Wow. Okay. Serious about this one. So do you even bother defending this?
No. Well, you go to 1 then.
Oh yeah, there is that.
Maybe you just defend with Brash Samurai here.
Oh yeah, I would think you want it most.
Because you can't then, the thing is you can't, what I was gonna say is you can't, attack military with the Brash Samurai, because the Crisis Breaker will show up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's true. It's true. So your military attack's pretty neutered this turn anyway.
We're gonna see a Yasuki activation hopefully, and then we'll be able to see a Mountain Does Not Fall would be ideal for Joking. Actually, he won't be able to play it because of the Guest of Honor. SlyNight actually has SlyNight has a political rival in hand.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
so Jokingly needs to gain 2. Jokingly needs to gain 2. Because if he goes to 3, unopposed fire will put him to 1, and then he'll have a dishonor character in play next turn with Crane going first with an error. So yeah, I think he needs to gain 2. Like actually has to gain 2.
One unopposed fire would put him to 3 if he's still. Oh, 2. 2. You're right. Yeah. With it. Yeah. Yep. I think 2 would be the much safer play. And you're ahead on board, and you have a much better chance of winning by break. So dishonors you're out for your opponent at this point. Yeah, defend with Brash because I mean water is the one with the fate on it, so you might want to just stand up your Brash again anyway. So. Oh, so he took the 1.
I hope he has a plan for this Guest of Honor,
Yeah,
or for this rival.
This comes back to bite him. What could he have?
Wait,
He's up
there's
to
a
6 cards now.
There's a rival. Wait, he discarded the rival to the Earth Ring.
Oh, okay. I mean, your 29 Dynasty cards.
Well, I don't know. There's a second rival in the graveyard. I'm not quite sure how it got there. Maybe it got out there with the Tesla skill.
I mean, you can Satoshi here, right? With 29 Dynasty cards again. Pull all kinds of things for rebuild, etc. You might have to prevent unopposed.
Jokingly's like he's like so scared. He has potentially, you know, if you would say, you know, 1 Imperial card is face down, he has a reasonable he has, you know, four other Imperial cards, so he should be fine.
Yeah. Oh, okay, there was that other rival. So.
Okay, so yeah, the second one got discarded due to test of skill.
He's played 2 Crones, right? So
Yeah,
it's unlikely he has a third one.
unlikely, but still possible.
Can't use the skirmisher. So conflict characters.
Interesting that he is not sending. I guess he just doesn't care. Oh, he has political favor. Never mind. Conflict character also just gets bowed, so it doesn't matter. Kasada's not there to protect.
So he's not taking the fire, so it's not hardcore on the dishonor track here.
He's gonna try and stand his brash samurai. It looks like.
Right. Yeah. Oh, he did have the third one.
Okay, so he's just gonna play the crone to prevent unopposed.
Yeah.
As long as SlyNight remembers to use box here.
Well, the favor's on political, right? So he's
Yeah,
stopping the break too.
well, no, he just uses the box. It doesn't matter.
Oh, agreed. Yeah, but to play the crone to do it. Yeah.
Well, playing the crone is just a 0, right? You're playing
right,
you're playing the crone strictly to prevent unopposed.
Yeah, the other box. I'm looking at the crab box all the time.
Alright, well, box has been used. And so there's the break. We see the water ring readying brash samurai. So this attack here actually won't work for... The military attack won't work. So jokingly can pass here. The military attack won't work because defender plus breaker plus box should prevent a break.
Yeah, definitely.
He uses the crone to... He sacks the crone with funeral pyre to draw a card.
But jokingly's instincts were somewhat correct. There was an Imperial on that face down. So.
Yep, and we see, you know, SlyNight discarding a face-down card against the Keeper clan. Now if jokingly has a rebuild, he can take favor. Like, it's just so bad to discard face-down cards against Keeper clans. You know, it could have been a Keeper Initiate or any other useful card.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Usually, just so I don't forget, I'll tell my opponent in paper at the beginning of the game.
I'm literally just I'm gonna sit on the soapbox when it comes to people discarding face down cards until the community becomes better. You know, like just statistically speaking, it's just way worse to discard face down cards against Keeper clans. Like, no reason. So he's just going to stand the guest to maintain favor. So rally happens out here. He's not going to swap because he needs to use Crisis Breaker. And then if he swaps, then the guest can move in via favorable ground. So there's defend, first action, Crisis Breaker.
Yeah.
Crisis has been averted. We should see a pass through here.
The ring was fire. Oh, so back to Sly as first player. Wow, this game's really going back and forth. It's very interesting. So he's got a political rival for a covert and first player attack on strong.
Interesting that he pulls the Brash Samurai out. I don't know why he would do that.
Already.
Well, he was gonna tie favor anyway, right? So jokingly wins goes to 2, and then you have standing guest +1.
And you don't really want to swap it to military, so you don't need that option.
I guess he's scared of maybe a skirmisher coming down and taking favor. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah. So if Sly gets anything sizable,
If I have Way of the Crab, I fire it off in the Fate phase. If I'm jokingly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'd Way of the Crab guest or rival here. Especially if you hit the rival, then that's the last rival down. I know it sucks to lose Yusuke, but I mean, I guess he doesn't have it. Oh no, jokingly, joking is only on 1 Way of the Crab.
Oh.
Yeah, wow. Yeah. This is what he did last cup also. This makes more sense why we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, because the covert and the rival is a real danger, I think, here.
Yeah, exactly, Baronfell. It's like, yeah, that's fair. That's fair demo. So he finds Asami. Asami is terrifying right now. You could just do political. I mean, Asami might just be game here actually.
Yeah, political air, covert, the biggest political defender.
Yeah, and then you just Asami steal, and then you don't even need to break.
Because he has enough to buy Asami and Guest of Honor. I don't see how he's going to beat that politically.
That's 7 plus 11. You know, that's 14, 15. I don't just any. You know, Crab's already used 2 fans. I think this is the death knell here for Crab. I think Cray might have just broken also, but this is definitely gonna be the death knell here.
Yeah.
You can even buy you can even buy Shiz away if you want. You can just buy Shiz away for an extra 2 political.
Sure, absolutely.
Right.
Or, I mean, if you think it's the last round, just buy Guest, right, for 4.
Well, no, yeah.
Well,
he has 2 left. He has 2 left, so you just buy Shiz away here.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you'll gain a fate. You'll gain a fate for attacking a ring. Oh no, you have to do air, so you're not gonna gain fate. Yeah. So I was saying if you want to play Steward of Law, maybe you don't.
Yeah. Oh, he's even got a favorable to burn Kasada. So
yeah.
Blocks too. Yeah. Okay.
Pretty sure this is gonna be it here.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
I think we were gonna see a break here anyway, right? It's it's 16, I think.
Yeah,
right, 8, 14, 15, 16. It's 17 political. You covert the Borderlands, and then Crab defends with 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. So
box 1, so it's down to 10.
Well, first action if you box. Oh yeah, you box the Crisis Breaker. Yep.
Crisis Breaker, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and so yeah, I think. Well, I guess ready for battle actually. Actually, it might not have been a break. It might not have been a break, but oh no, you can't play ready for battle. Guest of Honor.
Yeah. Oh. The Yusuke, no. Don't go over to Yusuke. Well, I guess so he can't draw, but it's Guest of Honor. What can he draw? A fan, I guess?
Yeah, exactly the last fan. No, Soto, you use favorable ground to burn Kasada. You save your box to bother Crisis Breaker. We should see a political error. We should see a covert on a Borderlands defender. And then we should see Crane's first action would be to use favorable ground.
Yeah. So let's see. Crab's 8 cards. I mean, he could have the 1 fan. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to make up 8 strength. It's just, just nothing. Because you can't, no Court Graves option, so Crone and a fan. No, the 3rd Crone's already been used, so fan.
Yep, Asami steals, and that's going to be game. I don't know of a single way Crab can gain 5 political strength with no cards or no events. Nope. Yep, and there's the GG.
All right, that was a really interesting game. It was really fun to watch and commentate. So, thanks a lot for streaming it.
Yeah, definitely.
Game.
Yeah, it was. Obviously, it was definitely unfortunate for Jokingly to hit another bad Satoshi, but it was a calculated risk. Maybe he should not have taken based on that he only had 1 Imperial card left in his deck.
And it's very unfortunate that the Satoshi didn't turn into any keepers. I don't think we saw any keepers this whole game.
We did not. So yeah, that's going to be the game here. So thanks again for everyone for joining us. Let me just run through the schedule here for any potential further games today. Looking at the bracket, looks like I think there's some LCQ games today. So 4th, yeah, there's one Phoenix Mirror at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and I think there's one more Cup game. Yeah, there's Bill is playing against Matt Fry, Scorpion Hanamoto from Ohio, 8:30 Eastern Time, and then I think Jokingly Micah versus Sir Largeness might be being played today also. So yeah, that'll do it. All right, everyone else, thanks for joining us, and thanks for casting.